Closed doors, I'm a fool for your love.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, thank you so much for watching and tuning in. I hope that you guys will continue to join me in my future videos, so don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell if you do like this video or just like my personality, whatever it may be. But today's video is going to be on this look right here. It is kind of like a summer inspired makeup look for those of you that are craving summer or just want something fun and colorful. So yeah, if you are interested in seeing how I got this look and what products were used, then just keep on watching. Alright, so first you're going to want to go ahead and start off with your brows. I'm going to first go in with the NYX Tinted Brow Mascara right here. And I'm just going to go ahead and brush that all throughout my brows. So once you have that completely brushed through, I'm just going to be going in with my pomade, shadow, whatever you use. I'm going to be using the Anastasia Dip Brow in the shade Taupe. So I'm just going to go ahead and go in with that on just an angled brush. This is made by e.l.f. And I'm going to go ahead and go in and focus that on my arch and then the end. So I'm just going to create that sharper look at the end of my brow. Okay, so once you have that filled in the way that you would like, I'm just going to go ahead and brush it down and kind of flick up towards the beginning of the brow just to kind of blend it all together a little bit. So now that your eyebrows are hopefully a little bit similar, we're going to go ahead and go in and clean those up if needed. So I'm going to be going in with the LA Girl Pro Conceal High Definition Concealer right here. And I'm just going to go ahead and take that on a flat concealer brush. So I'm going to take that and place that all underneath my eye. Just kind of getting it close, but not too close, because you're going to want to blend it up and then buff it out. So just placing that right underneath. And then we can go ahead and go in closer and carve out the brow to match better or be the desired shape that we want. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and take that, the rest of the concealer that I had, and just place that on my lid, because we can use that for primer on our eyes, so no product is being wasted. So now I'm going to go ahead and go in with this Wet n Wild shadow brush, and I'm going to go ahead and just buff that all out. So for today's look, I am going to be using the Morphe X Jaclyn Original Palette. I do not have the names, but I will put them down like kind of like in a pop-up so you can see exactly the names if you have the newer palette or if you still have the card. I have the card somewhere, but I don't know exactly where it is, so I'll just put them on like the screen of the name of each shadow that I'm using. So the first shadow that I'm going to go in with is this yellow shade right here, and I'm going to be going in with the Morphe X Jaclyn brush in JH32. So I'm just going to be taking that on that brush and packing that all in my crease and blending it up to my brow. You want this to be nice and vibrant, so Don't be afraid to put a lot on. All right, so now that we have that color on and blended out, we are going to go ahead and go in with this shade right here. So we're just going to be taking that shade, and I'm going in with the JH33 Morphe x Jaclyn Hill brush. No shame, I love Morphe and Jaclyn, so I know I'm using like all of their products. Like, hey, suck up! But I do actually love these products, so. So I'm just going to hit the edges just a little bit to soften it, and then I'm going to go back in with the same brush that we used to apply the yellow. And just blend those two together. This way you're able to blend them together without spreading the darker shade too far into the lighter shade. You can always add more, but it's a lot harder to take it off. Okay, so next we're going to be taking this shade right here, right underneath the color that we used last, and I'm going to be using the JH40. So for this color, I do like to kind of start a little bit underneath my crease and blend it up, so that way it still is blended, but it's not blended up as high. So that's kind of just like a little trick that I've learned to help myself, is starting a little bit below your crease instead of directly in your crease. Now this time I am going to be taking the last brush that we used and blending those two together. Next, I'm going to be taking the NYX eyeshadow base in white, and I'm going to be using that to create my base for my blue. So now that we have a nice clean base, we're going to be going in with this shade right here. This shade is Pool Party, I do know that. So we're going to be going ahead and going in with the JH41. So I'm going to be taking that along with my e.l.f. Makeup Mist and Set, and I'm going to be spraying this brush right here, and then going in with that shade. Alright, so you're going to place this starting in the corner of your eye and bringing it out. You don't want to cover this whole thing because we are going to be going back with the other shades. So just carefully creating that definition with those colors. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and go in with those same shades that we applied in our crease area, starting with the darkest. So we're just going to go back in with that darkest shade and apply it. Just kind of more so patting it. Next we're going to go in with that middle shade, that like burnt orange. and blending those two together. And then last, I'm going to be taking, because the brush that I used to apply the yellow is fluffier and I want something a little bit more more precise, so I'm going to be going in with this e.l.f. brush right here and placing that right on top. And just make sure to blend that yellow into the blue and then the yellow into the oranges. So now you're going to have something along the lines of this. And now we're going to go ahead and begin with the eyeliner. So I'm going to be going in with the e.l.f. liquid liner in the shade Black. And I don't want to bring this all the way in. I kind of want to start it where that yellow kind of like fades into the blue. So I'm just going to slowly get thicker with this so that way I don't overdo it. Oh, I never breathe when I put on eyeliner. Alright, so before I do my bottom shadow, I do prefer to go in and go ahead and complete my base. So I'm going to first be going in with the Too Faced Hangover Primer, which is this right here. This ivory. So it's this right here. Now this, I was like empty. I couldn't get anything out of it. I always cut my products open before throwing them away because I don't know if you can see this, but like all of that would have been thrown away. Like that is so much product. Like that is insane. So always make sure to do that if you can. But I'm going to first just be going in with a little spatula and kind of hitting my face up with that. So now I'm just going to go ahead and rub all of that in. Carefully getting around my eyebrows because I don't want to wipe them off. I'm so jealous of girls that have naturally thick, beautiful eyebrows. Like, I don't know if you guys are subscribed to Stasia Gray, but she has the prettiest, like, natural eyebrows, and I'm so jealous. So you should go check her out because she's really talented. Alright, so now that our face is all prepped and primed, I'm going to be going in and color correcting. If you don't have any blemishes or anything like that, you can just go ahead and skip this step. But I am going to be using the Wet n Wild Correcting palette right here. And I need a new one of these because I hit pan on the green forever ago. But I'm going to go ahead and take that green and kind of place that all over here. And on the sides of my nose. Oh, I kind of match my eyes. This is a look. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie. I know I said that all sponges are the same. And I guess it's just been so long since I had a Ulta sponge. And before then, it was a while before I had a beauty blender. But I don't know if I I like this. So I take back what I said. All beauty sponges are not the same. So now we're going to go ahead and go in with our foundation. Again, I am using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. Woo. And I'm slopping that on. That's right. Alright, so now we are going to go ahead and go in with our setting powder, and I am using the Maybelline Fit Me, another product that I got in my haul. I have been wearing this, and I will say that I love this. I am so glad that I finally caved and bought it, because it does not change the color of my foundation at all. So I really like it. Because some companies, they don't realize, like, okay, like, your fair is not truthfully fair. Just saying. Just saying. So yeah, I'm just dusting off that powder now with the e.l.f. complexion brush. Just dusting all of that off. Okay, so yeah, I'm actually going to go ahead and use the Too Faced, the Milk Chocolate Bronzer. I have, like, nothing left in this, like, girl. But I wasn't about to spend $30 again, so I'm just using the Wet n Wild. I think that this is the, I don't know what brush this is. I think this is just the foundation brush. Just breathed in chocolate. That probably was not healthy for me, but. So just gonna put that on my cheeks. Oh yes, I love this stuff so much. I really wish that this wasn't expensive. I need to keep an eye on sales so that way I can, like, stock up. Alright, so now that we are bronze, we are going to go ahead and go in and contour. I am using the Profusions Studio Contour Palette. So it's this right here. Go ahead and go in with that Jaclyn Hill palette. So I'm going to be using this to contour today. And I am going to be going in with this lightest brush right here. Lightest shade right here. 39. So I'm going to be putting this on my back angled with that yellow, tapping off the excess, and just going in and hitting it right underneath my cheek. Oh yes, my mirror. I need the mirror right here. All right, so we're going to go back in with that yellow shade and bring it all the way to the corner and out. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and go in with that same, don't be afraid to powder that we used to set our face, and we're going to go ahead and bake. 2 more colors to kind of put in there. So I'm just placing this right underneath my Now going back in with that same brush you used to apply the yellow, we're going to go in and blend those two together. No, so actually we're going to go ahead and go in with the this e.l.f. brush right here, just kind of like a flat, oh, keep forgetting the camera's on that side, but this e.l.f. brush right here, we're going to go in with the burnt orange shade, focusing that more. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with the and as you bring it in, bringing it closer to the waterline orange, and just blend those two together and not bringing it in all the way. Now I'm going to go ahead and apply my blush. I'm going to be using the Milani Luminoso. It's the baked powder. Now we're going to be going in with this right here, JH43. This I've heard is the dupe for the NARS Orgasm blush. And going in with taking that on a blush shade. And we're going to keep this right at the waterline and bringing it up. This blush is so pretty because it has this really pretty glow to it. It's not glittery, but it is like super just luminous. I mean, luminoso, it's in the name. Mascara. And I'm just going to go ahead and put on our mascara. Just so that way it kind of stays throughout. But I am going to go ahead and just, again, blend, soften it a little bit. Alright, and so for this, I think that I'm going to go ahead and use, I fixed it, you guys. It's not pretty by any means. Look at that. It looks horrible. But I'm going to see how this works. So we're going to go ahead and use the e.l.f. Shimmering Highlighting Powder in Pearl Glow. For those of you that did not watch my haul video, now as soon as I took this out of the package and went to go on our brow bone. I went to go so for that, I'm going to be using the ColourPop. So I had to fix it. I didn't even get Super Shock Cheek. We're going to be testing it out. ColourPop Super Shock Cheek. That is a mouthful. And the shade I'm just going in with the so I'm going to be applying that with the brush. Or no, this is the setting brush. JH42. Gotta spray it first. Gotta give it a chance. I'm actually going to be going in back into the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette, and I'm going to be using this shade right here. I believe that. Well, that's actually really pretty. That is so pretty. Okay, so this was worth fixing it. Kind of a little bit more upset that I'm just going to be going in with the Morphe E35 and blending the edges of the highlight and then those two together up on, excuse me, the top of my brow bone. These two lipsticks right here. This is the Morphe Liquid Lip in Virgin, and then the Maybelline Baddest Beige. Jaclyn Hill did talk about this, as I mentioned in my haul video, that she mentioned this in her fall favorites of putting these two together. These are one of her favorite color combinations, and I definitely see why. I think that these both are beautiful colors, separate but together they are very, very beautiful. This color is super pretty alone, but I just feel like the ColourPop creates just a really nice base, and it kind of helps make it super dramatic. So, and we love a dramatic highlight. But yeah, if you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that way you can be notified when I do upload, which will be every Thursday. If for some reason I am unable to do so, I will let you guys know, but I will only be letting you guys know on my Instagram. So be sure to follow that so you can kind of stay updated on what I am going to be doing. So again, I will be linking all of those below. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I end up recreating this. But yeah, that is all for today's video. I hope that you guys